The roots of motivation. I'm sure we've all felt motivated at some point in our life, but for whatever reason, we always end up on the same old path we were on before. And so in this video, I'm going to be going over all the forms of motivation so we can get a better understanding why we fall off and the best route to go for staying motivated throughout your life. So the first form of motivation that we'll be going over is shame-based motivation. This is that type of motivation of where you do something wrong, you're trying to quit something, let's just say, and you end up relapsing. And you end up feeling bad about it, so you go out of your way to do something good. Usually go accomplish a whole task. It's probably nothing too major, maybe like clean your room or something like that. And the big issue with this form of motivation is it's literally 2 steps backwards, 1 step forward. You're literally never going to get anywhere if this is what you completely rely on. So let's get on to the next one. Alright, now for digital motivation. So chances are is if you're watching this video right now, you probably have the ability to do this form of motivation. This form of motivation is literally just watching anything from a YouTube video that's motivational, maybe listening to a podcast or audiobook, anything that really is relevant to listening to it on your technology that you have. So this one actually has a lot of positives to it. It's pretty effective. The big issue is it does take up time every single day. And over time, it might become less effective because that's just generally how human nature is things start to work less the more you do it. So just keep that in mind. This is a good one to do if you are in the early stages of looking for motivation. So let's get into the next one. Competitive motivation. This is one of those forms of motivations that are very, very strong, but very short-lived. So this type of motivation is based all around competition. So like let's say you have something to win. Your pride will be hurt if you don't, for one. And the pro of this is it's very strong. And it will keep going either till you win, lose, or burn out. Whatever comes first. The cons is it doesn't last that long. It lasts as long as the competition is. And if you don't actually end up winning the competition, the impact can be detrimental. And you may not get the desired results you want. So this is a very unstable form of motivation, but it is one of the forms nonetheless. So let's get on to the next one. So now onto the best form of motivation there is. Mindset motivation. So to give you an example of this, so have you ever gone into something knowing you're fully prepared for it and completely ready and you know you're going to destroy it? Like an example of this would be like you study for a test for a long time and you know you're completely ready for it and you feel like you're going to 100% that. That is a very good example of what this is. This is that type of motivation of when you wake up in the morning and you just know you're going to crush the day. And this is the strongest one because it's built off of purely fixing your root problems, which is why it's the hardest one to achieve. So the cons of this is it requires strict discipline. Like you have to do all the right things. You have to work out, you have to meditate, you have to have a sleep schedule, you have to have a routine. You have to get exercise outdoors. You got to do it all. And that's why most people can't acquire this. It's because it takes a lot of work. So if you can actually work towards doing this and you actually achieve this, you're unstoppable. You will be among the top people in this world. So now on to the next one. Goal-based motivation. So this is the type of motivation that will drive you to your goals and not your soccer practice. So a very good example of this is let's say you have a homeless guy, right? He's homeless, he doesn't have anything to his name. But realistically, he could probably get $100. But if his goal was to get maybe $1 million, he probably can't do it, right? And once he has $100, you know what he can afford after that? A gym membership. And gym memberships have showers. And showers can get you clean. Getting clean can get you a job. Getting a job can get you an apartment. And getting an apartment can get you stability. Small increments of goals can get you far places. You just have to stay realistic about what you can acquire at the current stage you are at in your life. So the one con of this is if your goals are unrealistic, you probably could burn out. That's why you set realistic goals. So now onto the last one. So this one might be a little bit of a touchy subject, but fear-based motivation. So this is one of those things that are very, very powerful, but it has a lot of good and a lot of bad to it. So The good thing about it is it can make you take massive action. Like, let's say for example, you're in a bad living situation and you need to get out. It could give you the motivation to get in your car and drive away and never come back. But on the flip side of it, it can make you give up completely on life. And that's where the danger of this lies. It's a very stress-driven motivation. And that's why you always got to understand, when you're in this form of motivation, know that driving off is always the better option. And if you're ever in a bad environment, just know it's better to leave than stay there, because you are more likely to achieve more in a safer location. And that's all for this video, guys. And just remember, no one else will do it for you.